What's going on, my friends? This is David Richard and welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you, I think it's going to be a series of videos. We're going to be showing you the process behind creation of the Panda robot version 9. We started from doing sell stops and buy stops, and we kind of learned from that things like spreads and slippage that actually, affect our trading when you're using the buy stops and sell stops. So we realized that we can implement the interpretation of news. The version 8 was primarily focused on making sure that we interpret news first before we enter the trade, and we only enter in one direction as opposed to entering trades in both directions, of which sometimes the market can activate both orders and actually put us in big loss. What are we gonna do this time? So this time we're going to do something different. We were analyzing news using a stagnant formula. We would analyze this news using a predefined formula. So no matter what news we're trading, we're using one formula that was very rigid. As a result, the version 8 didn't do too well in determining the direction of the market before it enters after news release. But what I discovered is that if I take the data or the data release and I put it in an AI like ChatGPT, Cloud, and so forth, it will give me the proper direction, okay? And I'll realize that my formula didn't work on this specific situation. These news events, they kind of like have some weights in them in such a way that it needs human analysis. So then the question is, if AI can be able to predict the direction of the market based on the outcome of the news more efficiently, why don't we just use AI to determine the direction of the market? The problem right there is that AI is very slow to respond. As you know that as soon as news data is released, the market reacts instantly. So you need a solution where the bot is going to actually react instantly. But how do you do that when you have to wait for a response from the AI system? So in order to actually tackle that, what we're going to do is we're going to feed the AI with upcoming news, and we're going to tell the AI to give us different scenarios that could play out. On each scenario, it must give us how it will affect the market, whether we're going to buy or to sell a certain instrument. After that, we're going to use that to create a formula. Before the news even happened, we already have a formula to calculate what is the direction of the market in a flash of a second, in milliseconds. All right, so we get the data in milliseconds. As soon as we get the data, we're going to compute it in milliseconds, just the way the AI would have computed it. So we are actually doing things that the AI would have done, but we're doing them so quickly without going back to AI or without waiting for the response of the AI. We would have computed already what could be the outcome. All right, so with that being said, we are going to be creating that, or we are advancing the Panda robot from version 8 to the major update of version 9. By the end of next week, we should be having a working version that we are testing. This just shows how resilient we are in creating systems that work, systems that are trader centric, not systems that are used by people to make money, right? To make money for themselves. All right, we are talking about tools that actually makes money for the trader. Some people, they sell you things that do not work. If I wouldn't use what I'm trying to give someone, I wouldn't give them, all right, or sell it to them. That being said, the Panda robot is coming with a full update, right? And the people who have got licenses for Panda robot will get to use the new version for free, and anyone else who want to use it, who is a new user of Panda, you actually be able to use a more powerful and more advanced system. And one thing I can safely say, that when it comes to the speed of receiving the outcome of the news, we are on top. This is going to be paramount because we're going to be able to use that data quickly, right, to compute and enter the trade, hopefully before most of the people, and we'll be able to capture those big trades. As you know that in the previous version of Panda, we were making very quick trades. We were entering the market very quickly, very quickly. But some of the time we would enter in the wrong direction because our formula wasn't working quite well. But now we're working with AI. I have tested AI over the past events, right? And AI is given, almost 90%, over 90%, if not close to 100 win rate. When you give AI the outcome of the data, it shows you exactly how market should have reacted. Then when you go to the chart, you realize that's exactly how they reacted. So let AI predict what the market is going to do based on assumptions of values. So we take that formula and use it to evaluate the data that we received upon news release. And this is going to be a banger, guys. I can't wait to share this with you and test with some of the beta users that are in the group. So with that being said, if you haven't subscribed on this YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of videos that are going to help you, and also a lot of announcement of tools that might help you in trading. If you're a trader and you're interested in trading using AI and trading use tools that actually help you to trade more faster, go ahead and subscribe, like this video so that people like you also can be able to see it. And until we meet again, this is David Richard. I'm out.